What age did you start fishing?
I started at age 19.
Why do you think it's fun?
I'd like to say that fishing is fun for a lot of reasons, mainly because it's relaxing, and the excitement when you do get a fish on the line is just the greatest feeling in the world. Um, and I just think it's way better than working.
How do you feel when you lose a fish that's on your line?
Um, well, the fishes, they come and go. You just kind of got to go with the hits and misses. I mean, you know it's on the line, and is the one thing you hope for is to see the fish.
Where do you prefer fishing at?
I usually like going to lakes, bigger lakes, usually like Table Rock if I can, but if I can't go to there, I go to Springfield Lake because it's close to home, and it's a really good fishing area for deep water fish.
Where do you prefer to catch?
I actually prefer to catch deep water fish that are just like catfish that are bottom feeders, carp because they're probably the funnest fish to catch, and then recently spoonbill because of the size.
What bait works best for those type of fish?
Um, you can use a lot of things. A lot of people use chicken liver. I like to use corn just because it's sweet and it's cheap, and fish go crazy for it, or at least carp do. Some catfish do, but it's mainly for carp. And I'm using just a deep sea rod, just so I have a good solid base.
What bait do you recommend for freshwater fish?
Can't go wrong with a worm, but if you're going for top water feeders like bass, you're gonna want to use lures. Lures are just basically hard plastics and things like that. They have bills that swim that act like regular fish. You could use jigs, you could use spinners. There's multiple different attacks to this. You could use stink bait for catfish, you could use chicken liver, all the way down to even trout eggs, because trout eat trout eggs. So yeah.
What pound line?
Well, this last summer I encountered multiple different line breaks, and that was because I was catching spoonbill, trying to catch spoonbill, and they were breaking my line because it wasn't big enough. For normal fish like perch and small fish, you're going to be using like a 6 to 8 pound line, maybe 12. If it's for like rock bass or things that are heavier set. And it also depends on your pole. You could have a Shakespeare, like just call it ugly stick, that is just a basic rod. It's great to use, but those are really rigid. If you're wanting more of a fight for your fish, use an ultralight. Those are usually 2 or 3 pound line, just to get a real good fight, because it's gonna bend your pole all the way over and feel like you have a monster on there when you just have like a little perch. I use deep sea poles that are built for heavy duty, strong poles where it's not going to snap, because some of the poles do snap if they're under a lot of pressure. Yep.
When's the best time to go fishing?
The best time I feel is probably right in the middle of summer, right when it gets really hot, because you can see through the water. Since I'm going for basically bigger fish like carp, I want to see where they're at. But you can also hunt in the winter, or not hunt, fish in the winter. Most people think to put up your boat and put up your fishing poles for the winter, but actually you can fish in the winter. You just have to change your methods up, using different type of line, using different techniques. Just depends.
How big does a fish have to be before you can keep it?
Every fish is different and every state is different. Basically, I like to keep a conservation book with me so I know what to keep. Bass are a lot different than like catfish. So yeah, that's about it. No, there, just depends.
How often do you go fishing?
In the summer, whenever I'm fishing the most, when it's not hunting season, every chance I get. You never know when that's going to be the big fish. Over the summer, I caught and had to release almost a 100-pound spoonbill that was about as tall as me. And you never know when you're going to catch them.
Do you eat what you catch?
Yes, I usually eat all the bigger fish that I catch. Spoonbill is great. Yields a lot of meat. Perch are always tedious, bony fish, but they're sometimes good. Catfish is the best, hands down, for me. It's really good, clean white meat. Bass is pretty good. So yeah.
Do you recommend fishing to anyone?
I recommend fishing to about anyone that likes nature and relaxing and having fun in spurts and just having a good time and relaxing and getting stress free.